Is the responsibility to help ours? When faced with the desperate situation of people forced to leave their homes and flee violence, it may seem clear there is an obligation to help. But even if you think there is an obligation, you might wonder whether the obligation falls on us. Is the responsibility to help ours? Why should we be the ones to help? Surely the responsibility falls on nearer people and states to offer aid and safety. Surely we don't have a responsibility to help. Whether this is true depends on two things. First, whether nearer places are in fact safe. Second, whether distance matters. Do safe and nearer places in fact have a greater responsibility to help? So first, is it true that nearer places are safe? In the current refugee crisis, we know this is not always the case. Would you feel safe without access to housing, food and healthcare? Many of those refugees who've travelled to Greece, Turkey or Hungary do not have access to these basic resources that ensure their safety. In fact, many face further persecution. But some nearer countries may be safe. For example, in the current crisis facing refugees, countries such as Germany may offer safety. And don't they have a greater obligation, since they are nearer than us? Well, this depends on whether distance matters, and it might seem that it does, that in many cases we have a greater responsibility to those nearer to us. But is that because being nearer in itself matters? Often, being nearby means you are well placed to help. For example, if you see someone drowning in a river, the fact that you are nearby and can easily pull them out means you have a responsibility to help. But now imagine you are further away, but can help just as easily. You're too far away to pull a drowning person out yourself, but you can press a button that gets a flotation aid to the person and saves them from perishing. It seems clear you have an obligation to press the button and save a life. What if the person drowning was in fact really far away, say in Canada, but we know that they're in mortal danger and we know that pushing the button will ensure their safety? Again, surely we would have an obligation to take the easy step to save them. But this suggests that what matters is not proximity, how nearby we are, but capacity, how readily we are able to help. If we have the capacity to help, then we have the responsibility to do so. And we can help, both as individuals and as a state. We have the capacity to provide aid and asylum to refugees. Insofar as we have the capacity to help, the responsibility is ours.